Man, I don't know about you, but if you're getting a little tired of catching them all, this little gem on the Game Boy Color might get your attention, especially if you're also a fan of the classic RPG series known worldwide as Dragon Quest, also known as Dragon Warrior in the US prior to 2003. While this game does follow in the monstrous footprints of the Pokemon phenomenon, it does have enough to separate it and stand alone as a classic handheld RPG. In Dragon Warrior Monsters, you play as Terry on a quest to save his sister Millie. And it's a bit of a stretch, but you soon find out that the winner of a monster fighting tournament is granted any wish. So naturally, I guess you need to start training some monsters. You'll get into random encounters with hundreds of enemies familiar to Dragon Warrior veterans, and you're often presented with the opportunity to add defeated foes to your group. And putting out some meat always helps. And you've got a farm to tend to your critters, where you'll need to maintain their levels of wildness by rotating them into your group on a regular basis, or by making them sleep a lot. You'll also gain XP and new abilities in classic RPG grinding fashion, but one of the main spins in this game that sets it apart from Pokemon is the monster breeding, where you can generate powerful offspring from your male and female creatures. So I guess instead of the birds and the bees, in Dragon Warrior, you can learn about the slimes and the anteaters. Ugh. Well, anyways, there's over a total of 200 monsters in the game, many of them that are only acquired by breeding, which quickly becomes an integral part of your fighting strategy. And so, to progress through the game, you'll warp to a variety of different worlds, further the story, collect more monsters, fight some bosses, and gradually increase your ranking to access new warp gates to new areas. So Pokemon and Dragon Quest fans will definitely find themselves comfortable with this game, or any of its solid sequels. Although it seems a little dated and might be a bit slow-paced for modern tastes, it's still a well-made game that will scratch that retro RPG itch. So big thanks go out to Gunwild in New York for the donation. Finally, I can start building my army of slimes. Mwahaha.